Possible Junior. Hello, guys. How's it going? And welcome to tonight's live. How's it going? I'm hoping everybody's doing well. So, as you come in, guys, please share the live. Please share the live. Today is an unusual live, but this is an update from the live from last night. As I promised, we will find out more information and come in and share it with everyone. So as you come in, guys, please share the live. And I want to also send, I'm not going to say condolences, right? That wouldn't be the right word. But I want to tell my Florida people that, my prayers are out to them. I'm hearing about all of the rains, and some people do not have electricity and, things which has happened in the area. So, guys, please be careful. If you are in Florida, stay in. If you do not have to go out. Si ou pa bezwen soti, pa soti, koman nou ye? Pendant nou entre an, pa bliye pou nou bay video a like. Mwen retoune a swen paske ye nou te pale de pote de seri informasyon pou nou avec Haitien qui Columbus, Ohio. So jodi am vin ba nou update. So pendant ou ap entre dans live lan, pa bliye pou partager live lan. Please share the live. And as I promised, I came back again, guys, to share information. Jeffrey Pierre says, hi, Marie. Hello. Freda Jackson. Bonjour, Marie. Bonjour. So, guys, I was trying to take you guys with me on the journey as I virtually sent out one of my peoples because the situation is close to their area. So I wanted to screen record what was happening to be able to share it. Hold on a second. Let's bring Stallion back in with us. Hello, Stallion. How's it going?
Good.
So I was sharing that I did a screen recording while you were going through Columbus. And guys, it's my first time doing a screen recording, and I did not know that when you're doing a screen recording that the sound doesn't come out. So I apologize on that, but we probably will have a continuation on the show. That way we can bring more people that could come in and talk about it. So Stallion, I'm going to be playing the video. Yes, you guys, I'm going to be playing the video somewhat in the background. And for the protection of that Haitian guy, I removed his face because of the information which was shared with us and me not wanting to put anyone in jeopardy about information shared with us. So what was the trip like? What was it like going there, even though it's somewhere that's familiar? What was the trip like?
Well, again, this place is no more than 3 miles away from my house where I live. It was fine. I mean, I know the area like the back of my hand because I've lived here, for years and years. So, and I figured that today would have been a good day because the temperature was higher in the late high 60s, and it was kind of sunny out. The weather was good. I know there would be people out, walking about. So, sure enough, right over there, and some of the guys are out there, walking, hanging out, doing whatever. So, pretty much hit our target.
Wow. So, outside of the video that we did you get to see any more? What was it like? The apartments. What did the environment look like? Since it's an area that's right there, and you not, knowing what was going on there.
Well, again, until it came on the news, I wasn't aware of that was even going on. And again, that those apartments have been condemned for a while, and I think when they were condemned the first time, basically the city allowed another company to come in under the pretense that they were going to remodel those apartments so they could be rented out. Well, they didn't fulfill their end of the bargains, what I found out. So now they're going to take them, the new place back to environmental court. And, what will end up happening is the city will end up actually owning that property, and then they'll just sell it or lease it, wherever they're going to do, to another company, to run it. And, once they take ownership, obviously it's an asset, and then they'll just use that money to, do whatever they need to do to get those apartments up and running. So meantime, they're boarded up, as you can see on the video when I rode around. And, it is what it is. And obviously the person you have on the screen there, is a person who was walking by when I made a second swipe through there. There was others walking around as well. But, there was a city car that was in front of me too. I know that was from the Department of Development. They're the ones that are going through trying to assist the individuals that living in those buildings. So, and they were probably just talking to somebody. There was two people in the car, so they were, and I could see them pointing. So they were just probably pointing at the buildings to a coworker, maybe somebody that wasn't familiar with that, about what's going on there. So that was my take on it.
Wow. So guys, as you could see on the video from him going there, well, I removed his face, guys. I did not want for it to end up being, eventually the goal is to bring him on the show, because I spoke with him, and yes, he is Haitian. Lycée Haïtien, moi parlé avec, et puis information que li partage avec nan l'on ti jan vraiment triste, et li tête chargé en pile. The information he shared was really, really sad, guys. I've been all day just following everything Haiti, getting the phone calls also. I've gotten several phone calls about, hey, have you heard about what's happening with Haitians in the Bahamas? Have you heard about what's happening with Haitians here and Haitians there? And then I'm like, hold on, before I just go off and zoom in into certain things, I have to do some research and understand even that country. Where are they coming from and what is happening? And guys, talking to him to begin with, he was really, really, did you get that he was a little afraid just being stopped by you? And honestly, plus you a white man, and with his situation, he probably was like thinking that you might have been immigration or something, right? But guys, it was all cool, and I want to thank you too, Stallion, for being kind and doing a nice gesture. That way, if he needed a little something today, he also got something, and that was really kind of you. So yesterday, guys, on the show, we focused a lot more on people who had traveled out of Haiti through the Joe Biden program. So, nous te focus en pile sou moun ki sorti nan peyi a et puis yo ale nan Joe Biden. C'est ça que nous te pensé, parce que c'est là nous pe moun a pran avion légalement, y a quitté pays a, et puis a rentré aux États-Unis. So we're thinking, okay, they're legal, yada, yada, yada. But I had a chance to speak with the guy. Mwen pale avel, kom nou wè nan video mwen fek jwe a. E le mwen pale avel, mwen mandel, takou ki statu nou? Eske nou lega? Eske nou entre nan program Joe Biden? I asked, did you guys enter through the Joe Biden program? So for even Mr. Gene that was on the show with us, I want to clarify that he clarified that they did not come in through the Joe Biden program and that he came in through Mexico and that basically they end up there because another Haitian person said, hey, don't stay in Texas. Let's go here. You know, un lot haïtien dit, parete là, non? On allait là, et puis li vin mene yo Columbus. So, yo même qui nan situation ça, et tout, moi ap mande nou tou haïtien pour nous partager live là. C'est parce que pour ça que moi-même moi toujours prends temps pour me porter information à Haïti. So partager live là et si nous connaît moun tout qui dans zone nan pour nous ka camper pour nous aider l'autre. Parce que ouais dans zone ça c'est une zone qui gagne un pile africain et yo toujours prêt pour yo aider yon ak l'autre. So I ask my Haitians, those that have, you know, Haitian people to share these type of lives, guys, so that we can bring attention and then too we can bring assistance because as I mentioned almost every time we speak on these type of situations, Haitians are running from a situation. And yes, Haitians or whoever you are, when entering another person's country, you need to be respectful. You need to abide by that country's law and order and do what you are supposed to do to gain legal status. But we also know reality is it's not that easy for a lot. And a lot of people risk their life to imagine going through Panama, Nicaragua, all sorts of, I mean, I'm not willing to take that route. So I commend a lot of our people for being tough enough to go through deserts to get to America and then to get to America to have that illegal status. He said that they do not have legal status, that they came in through Mexico. They were brought there through another Haitian person. And I asked them about what the news was saying. How much were they paying for rent? How much were they being charged? And he said that they weren't being charged $1,200. At least he wasn't, and he has a roommate. He said, but he is paying $700 to $800 per month. Until this day, Stallion, he's still paying rent. So who do you he says he's paying rent to a guy. So who do you think is getting this rent? Because they're still paying rent.
Well, it isn't to the property management company because those places are condemned. They can't even rent them out legally. So, the word is on the news, and we have to get more information. Hopefully, we can get them on a live, and we can ask them more questions about that. My gut feeling is they're paying somebody that probably just told them that they need to pay them in order to stay there, and they had some sort of authority or something to boot them out, and then just out of fear, that's what they're doing. I don't know where they're getting the money at because if they don't have papers, where are they going to work to get money? That's the other thing. I mean, there's some unanswered questions we probably really need to dig deep and get them on a live, and maybe he has a couple others that will be willing to participate, which I can arrange that. That's easy. So, but I don't know who they're giving money. I think they're giving money to somebody that doesn't even have the authority to even rent that out, and the city's not going to do anything because they'd rather have them in there than sleeping out on the street, like we see in other major cities. So, that's what I think.
One of the things that he did mention, because I asked, how were you guys able to pay the rent because you are not able to work? He said they were able to pay it from family members in the U.S. that's been helping them. So that is why I like bringing these type of issues to the forefront, because I know it has made local news in Ohio, but I'm not sure if it has made like the world news what's happening in Ohio. There, guys, there's not a huge Haitian community. And when there's not a huge Haitian community and you have, even at a minimum, 100, that's still probably 100 diaspora who are friends with them, who are family members of them, that's already working hard, may even be struggling paying their own bills, and now you having to carry them paying their bill while they find their way there. But he did say that they're paying 7 to 800 there, 7 to 800. He said that they do have lights and that they do have water there. And one of the things that he did mention is that today that the city, and because I was too busy blocking the face off, maybe I even blocked off the car at the beginning, because just so happened while you were there, the city of Columbus was also like circling the area too. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think I was, like I said, I think that was the Department of Development that was going through there, because they're the ones that would be the ones to, to assist. That yeah, it doesn't mark on there unless it's the police or a garbage truck, or somebody from the street department. I mean, or Department of Health. Most of those are just going to just say plainly City of Columbus. They don't really a lot of times specify, but I know that's what that was. That was the Department of Development over there.
Checking out the area. He told me that uh, you guys in Columbus have not really been ugly to them. That you guys, that they have been kind, and that there is an organization that is trying to help them, to get them, to find them somewhere for them to go, and to assist them. So my thing is, what happens when you come in like that through Mexico? What is the first step to like getting your paperwork? What if in the event maybe something happened along the way, you lost your birth certificate, ID? How do you take that path to legalization to start a process in the US? Do you know?
I don't. I don't think there is. To be honest with you, unless there's some sort of waivers or something like that, because they didn't even come in asking for asylum or anything. And we talked about before. I have a person I know that came from Ghana, and I met this person when I was in Ghana in 2016. And what this person was able to do is they were able to get a visa to Mexico, and then went up to Tijuana and basically asked for asylum. Well, that was 2016. That person was here like within 3 months after I came back from Ghana. And they, and the courts are so backed up, the immigration. He got a work permit, and he got his status to work and everything, but that's because he went through the process. But he's going to have to eventually go to a hearing. Well, here we are in 2023. To my knowledge, he still hasn't had his first hearing yet. So, but if he came through just going over a river or jumping over the wall or whatever he did, I don't know what protocol you would do with the individuals that didn't even initially just come through and ask for a status to stay or a hearing.
Well, for most Haitians, I think the longer the hearing, the better, especially with what you're escaping from. So if the hearing takes 10 years, that would be better off for them, because it gives them a chance to have an escape. I'm hoping that we get more people to be able to come on the show and give us more of an update as to what's happening and how they're able to live. He said that today, I think the city of Columbus is supposed to come over and have like a major meeting with them. And from the meeting, figure out what, like what is going to happen with them from there on. So guys, for those of you guys that can help, I want to say I have his information in the description. There's my information. Get in contact with me, guys, and see if you could just give us advice. A lot of the time, guys, is good assistance. So don't think that only monetary assistance is the only assistance you can give. And being that they're just coming in through Mexico, who knows? Maybe some clothes can go a long way for them. Wow, hold on a second. I'm going to see, guys, if I could get them on the phone.
Yeah, if I can get down there again and maybe meet some others that are living here, that'll give me a plug into at least understand what's going on, and maybe point them in the right direction or do whatever I can. Again, it comes down to that language barrier. They because they speak Creole and nobody really speaks Creole here. It's just one of those situations that that aren't good for them, and if they don't have any papers to work, I mean, that's just going to add more to it. Well, at least they have water and electricity. New said they didn't, so that's probably included in their rent, whatever they're paying to whoever. I'm gonna have to assume that's covering the cost of the electricity.
Qui veut dire nous pas connaître mais c'est juste après nous n'avons pas que haïtien comme si on a eu pas et puis yo cher one
Yo loué apa ça fait que mal en pile oui parce que moi son YouTuber ou ka toujours checker dans YouTube et moi gen moun qui vive Ohio et puis parce que yo connaît c'est haïtien là yo même yo relé mi a dit mais ça qui a passé qui vient faire que me dit c'est pour mettre bagay là dehors pour ouais que si plus haïtien ka vinn connaît parce que li vraiment dérangeant pour ouais que c'est même haïtien pareil ou dans pays qui formal et même pendant on chercher la vie ou passer misère ouais c'est même yo même tout qui a toujours fait nous méchanceté vous comprenez?
Oui.
Mais tant qu'on pas gen moun qui vient aider nous immigration bail comme ça.
Bon, et jusqu'à présent, nous ne pouvons pas dire qu'il y a des gens qui viennent aider nous parce que conseil des gens qui sont venus faire plusieurs voyages, et je dis à la j'ai dit une réunion. Mais réunion, je pense que c'est dans la village à la étape, mais c'est bien à la maison, on n'est pas dans la village, il faut dire sur une zone Walmart, même pas contre qui côté.
Nous pouvons connaître. So, qui gens que nous vinn rive? Qui gens que nous vinn rive Columbus? Parce que nous pas gen moun là même. Qui gens que nous vinn rive juste là?
Bon, et moi-même, capable effectivement, moi, j'ai sorti, depuis que je sorti de Mexique, qui est de nationalité wana, je veux dire, bon, il y a un cousin, c'est lui-même qui était recevoir. Vous comprenez? Là, le lui recevoir, moi, bon, dans la zone côtière, vient un petit genre belle distance avec les villages à la côté de nous, et puis, des fois, nous connaissons les limelles sorties. Les limelles, il n'y a pas de travail, les limelles sorties là, le travail, donc, obligé de ne pas aller à la non. Comme si nous parlions, pour nous parler, mais là, nous, comme si dans le village là, nous devons nous venir haïtiens, nous devons parler ensemble avec eux, comprendre. Et puis, laissez nous même cette qui était dans le cas pour que nous, comme si nous nous sentons stressés. C'est ça que nous devons traverser dans le village là, et puis nous devons traverser nous venir dans haïtiens, comme nous devons gagner pour eux, et puis nous devons jouer dans la mer, parce que nous ne pas connaître si c'était dans la situation ça a été. Et pendant nous là, dans la Haïti, nous avons atteint avec toutes ces difficultés.
Yeah. Est-ce que kayo appartement nous loué une chambre, combien qu'on a fait nous payer pour une chambre? Combien qu'on vous même bien fait nous payer?
Bon, effectivement, moi-même, c'est non chambre nous. C'est moi-même, c'est mon aide avec c'est nous deux qui nous chambre. Mais nous deux qui nous chambre là, c'est le monde qui loue appartement complet, qui veut dire lui-même, il y a une chambre là, il dit juste passer nos chambres là, nous deux. Par contre, combien qu'on dit directement les pays appartement qu'on peut pas payer, souvent. Mais sauf que lui-même dans la chambre, qu'il y a une gain, c'est avec ça, il dit passer nos chambres là.
Ok, moun qui était là dans le premier, il passe pour nous. Est-ce que tant que ok, les cousins anciens pour nous, est-ce que si un cousin cherche un gens pour joindre papier pour nous travailler dans le pays, on va comme ça?
Bon, et effectivement, nous, lieu de nous faire des marches, nous voulons faire des travail, nous. On a fait ça, moi-même, j'ai fait un point. C'est un matin pour vous travailler là pour moi.
Ok, bon bagay. So, ou me dit que nous-mêmes, nous pas vraiment, nous pas gen papier, mais nous pas illégal.
Bon, et effectivement, nous pas pour gain papier. Moi-même, c'est moi avec mon aide. Qui dans le cas qui dit nous déjà, et tant qu'il des amis, nous juste compartis chambre là.
Oui.
Mais, qui dit moi-même, moi, je travaille mal, je fait un point 9 novembre là. Je fais un point, on a entendu que travail pour moi, et mon aide tout lui-même, il fait travail déjà, mais il faut que vous fassiez un point. Et dans la fin, vous fassiez un point, c'est pour que vous travail.
Ok.
Et moi-même, effectivement, moi, sauf que, parce qu'on finit, même, c'est fait Haïti, il y a Haïtien là qui représente.
Ok, ou gen un carte pour identifier tout bagay comme ça. So, est-ce que yo mande nous pour nous bay pour nous déplacer côté nous hier?
Bon, et par contre, on est qui ça a tombé dans la réunion jeudi, mais yo toujours dit comme ça et nous gain pour venir nous qui ça a fait pour nous sortir pour nous pas sortir parce que moi arrivé pour me payer là depuis pour 30 octobre là. On y a nous venons passer pour te payer l'officine a dit non pas payer qu'on y a c'est pour nous donner peut-être yo gain on donner nous fait yo gain pour nous passer côté nous il a dit non ça pour nous faire. Mais jusqu'à présent, il y a beaucoup de vraiment résultats pour nous connaître qui est pour nous payer, qui ça pour nous faire. C'est le résultat qu'on attend.
Eh bien, ok. Eh bien, nous après en contact et m'a souhaité que nous joignons l'autre haïtien tout qui gagne droit légal dans le pays qui can aider nous pour ban nous conseil si ou pas contre côté ou va demander cousin.
Bon, cousin lui-même et côté lié lui-même sont des distances de 17 à 18 minutes avec côté lié. Parce que l'un des côté lié, on est obligé de quitter côté lié dans le village là parce que lui-même côté la travail là lui-même parce que lui-même côté lié parce que tout pour travailler lui-même il y a machine nous-même pas de machine nous besoin de son bagage là c'est une cause difficile pour nous à l'acheter et il ne pas gain ça lui-même On a là, et dans le village là, dans le village là, nous avons une partie de Haïtiens qui vont nous rails, nous dans la chambre, nous allons nous marquer à des bagailles qui dit ça va permettre nous de s'intéresser à ce village là.
Eh bien, ok.
Il a été en distance de 17 à 18 minutes avec côté nous.
Eh bien, ok. Eh bien, est-ce qu'il y a une organisation haïtienne qui l'autre bois, tant que pour si il y a une organisation qui aide nous?
Bon, et organisation, nous avons dit que aider nous, c'est à, ok, sauf par rapport à des foot là, mais foot là, nous devons venir faire, mais côté de venir faire là, il n'y a pas nous, c'est moi, 4 mois, j'ai été bas moi, avec ça, il y a été d'une qualifié pour mes tickets là, avec cash là, et ça, il va rembourser, bon, en tout cas, moi, je vais dans le là.
Oh, ok, so yo pas bon nous 4 manger rien.
Seulement, il demande 4 manger, il 4 manger, c'est celle qui me met devant moi.
Yo te ba ou bien, ok. Eh bien, m'a kembe nous dans la prière, gen numéro ou gen numéro pam, et n'importe bagay qui tombe, si gen un monde qui mande numéro nous tout, moi est-ce que li pas déranger si moi ba numéro ou gen doit rencontrer l'autre haïtien qui dans pays à plus temps qui ka ban nous conseil.
Non, nous pas problème tout ça.
Eh bien, ok. Bon Dieu béni nous en bas. Et puis, tout bagay a pas forme, pas à pas, parce que ça qui est bon, qui compte exactement sorti Haïti.
Moi-même, effectivement, je suis Léogane.
Léogane, eh bien. Ou pas nan ti...
Il sorti étant sous un cerveau.
Sous un cerveau? Ah, eh bien. Ou pas passer, ou pas traverser chemin glissé encore. Ou pas nan bal, et ça qui est bon, est pas vrai?
Non, moi-même, pour bien dire, moi-même, pas un monde qui tellement fait la région pour pas. Parce que moi-même, son monde, si tout coup, bon, et malgré que pendant le ministre là, nous pouvons travailler, mais nous dépassons Chili déjà. Nous passons Sénégal, nous passons Chili. Depuis ce moment, nous possible mal travail. Des vraiment ce travail, c'est avec la caille mandat. Pas un monde qui tellement n'a pas embauche.
Bon bagay. So, bon mando, ou dit, là nous entre, l'on sorti Haïti, qui route nous fait pour arriver Mexique? Avion ou prend saut Haïti aller Mexique?
Non, nous-mêmes, nous sommes Chili. Nous sommes Haïti, nous sommes Chili, de Chili, pendant le Chili, nous traversons, nous venons Mexique.
Nous prend avion sorti Mexique ou nous pas dans marché dans désert tout bagay ça non bon Dieu.
Non, nous c'est là où nous passer parce que et faut me dire ça qui dit Chili a tout bon, c'est pas tellement bon traitement tellement bon et passer ça. Parce que bon, nous pas fin dire raciste net non mais mon yo bon en façon là même comme si yo toujours compliqué par rapport à nous-mêmes noirs. Tu comprends? Juste de me garder comment comportement est bon. Dit ça là tout le monde en plein de monde fait autant mais ils sont obligés nous tout nous choisir nous faire là nous bon et Jean-Claude doit venir quand vous me dites du système raciste là pour Jean mon dit là qui dit on a tout le monde mais tout le monde est obligé à blaguer et c'est pas pour de nos seules zones si par exemple tu veux venir dans la zone ça tu vas dire ah mon bon venir dans la Colombie par exemple si Colombie ça qui comme ça bambouiller dans Florida par exemple si c'est comme ça maintenant c'est tout pays comme ça c'est bon mais il y a des gens qui choisissent rester peut-être ça pas déranger mais il y a des gens aussi où ça dérange il pas choisir rester
so là nous fait route là
nous je suis obligé nous prendre route là nous venir
là nous fait route là et pas à pied nous fait route là non
bon et ou bien nous fait route là dans la machine mais route nous fait à pied sont route comme si depuis les nous finissons de l'eau et Colombia nous finissons de Colombia avec ça on fait un outrage comme si ça va dépendre des gens au marché si on marcher vite ou qu'a fait dans 2 jours 3 jours
c'est
il pas 6 jours là dedans tout est-ce que vous comprenez non ça va dépendre des gens au marché
pour dire pour nous non route ou qu'a fait 2 pour 6 jours à marcher
Gen moun ta pou moun ki pa ka marcher, qui pas tellement fin en forme. On capable de moun qui sont chez des tout malades. Qui font route là, ils vont faire n'importe 10-15 ou na âge. Bon. Et des fois ils vont bagaille ils vont porter contre fini et puis c'est l'autre monde qui a venu derrière ça qui partage avec nous et puis comme ça tout qui vient juste pour déranger. Et c'est comme ça tout, il y a plus de monde qui mourir là tout. Bon. Peut-être que ça qui vont là qui pas ici encore, ils sont obligés de passer.
Wow, so non ranger ça pas gen manger.
Non. Après manger, pas bien crédit. Pendant ce temps, même de pas manger, c'est comme ça tout. Dans ranger à tout, on va ouvrir un peu le monde qui porte. Raison qui cause, tant que moi-même, j'ai venu, les m'a venu, j'ai monde qui était devant, qui était devant. Moi, m'a venu, j'ai pas de fraîche là même. Et si pas de fraîche, j'ai pas manger, j'ai mon monde qui était là déjà, le monde qui pour me compartir avec eux. On va partager avec eux. Et comme ça tout, mon cap d'indem, si je monde dans ou tout, je partage. Et dit c'est comme ça. Là, difficile pour pas même nous loger même bas. Et dit mon a difficile pour ça était classement. Pour mettre des machins ça m'a pour pas ça m'a mais des trucs manger pour que ça mange.
Wow, mais Haïti man, misère pour Haïti frère. Moi pas connais qui mot pour me dire ou prend courage et ou connaît les difficile pour nous vraiment haïtiens parce que nous-mêmes, nous, c'est Haïtiens et Haïti pays, nous. So, en pile l'autre pays, d'ailleurs, des gens dirigeants nous maltraiter nous et maltraiter pays, ou en pile pays a fait Haïtien malhonnête, on nous dit. Pendant ce temps, ces pays, yo ka camper gens, yo vle, mais leur obtendre on bail comme ça, ouais, ça, c'est gros courage. Et vraiment, c'est un bagage qui te dérange l'esprit ou qui pour faire une décision dans l'état ça pour déplacer quitter Haïti pour aller.
Oui.
Wow. Content pile par l'avant et puis n'après temps content.
Non, pas de problème. Et après bon après-midi, mon tout content tando.
Au même temps. Oui. Passez bon après-midi. Bye bye. Wow, guys. Haitian yo nous tendez for my Haitian people. Stallion, I know you didn't understand, but he shared so much, and that was really really sad too, guys. He said I asked him. For those that were listening, guys, I know you heard so much, especially if you spoke Creole. But to begin with, he told me that the apartment belonged to someone else. He originally came in through Mexico, and a cousin of his there signed for him. He lived with the cousin, but the cousin really never had any time for him, and they stayed locked in the house as prisoners and didn't have much to do, probably. So he wanted to just have the company of other Haitians and to be around other people. So he decided to up and go with his other Haitian friends that he met at the village, because while he was there at the cousin, I guess he lived somewhere where you need a vehicle and to be able to get to other people. So it wasn't really comfortable for him living where the cousin was. So he ended up going to the village. Is that what they call that area, Stallion, the village?
I mean, that's the name of the complex, Colonial Village, but okay. I don't know what he's referring to. He says cousin lived here in Columbus?
Yes, and that's who originally signed for him when he got through Mexico. But the cousin works, yada, yada, yada. So he ends up going to the village, right? And the village where he got the apartment, he said he was not informed of anything that was like out of the ordinary happening. It was another Haitian guy that rented the apartment to begin with and passed it on to him. So when he passed it on to him, I guess him and his roommate, they just took over and they pay the rent together. So I think the other one we spoke to is who probably is in charge. He's not there. and we end up speaking with him, and he said he just pays his portion, so he really don't know how much exactly the rent is. As of right now, he said the rent was due October 30th, and they was told to hold off and that they were supposed to have a meeting. I really called to find out about what was the end result of the meeting for them. He said that the meeting, they were under the assumption that the meeting would be there at the complex, but then they found out the meeting will not be at the complex. It will be at the village. And no, it will be at Walmart. And he said he doesn't know where Walmart is.
Yeah, there's a Walmart. There's a Walmart close to that. It's on Main Street, which goes east to west. It's from that place. You could probably walk to Walmart from there. It's probably about a mile, maybe a mile and a half, going north of the. You could walk through that complex to get to the road, to walk on the road up to Main Street, and Walmart's right there. So I'd say, I don't know, maybe 20-minute walk, from there. They had to walk it. If there's there is one Walmart in that area.
Wow, he said that he didn't know where that Walmart is. So guys, for you all who are watching, don't forget to give the live a like, and please share, guys. Let's get more people watching, guys. Please share the live as you come in. Please share the live. You guys, the more, sometimes I'm telling you, being Haitian and having the heart that I have, Stallion, I have to be careful because you can become an extremist with this stuff that's happening within Haiti, right? Because it's like you don't ever really get good news. Everywhere you go, it's always something that's happening in reference to the Haitian people. But when you look, who can we blame? That always go back to it, because we have problems here, we have problems there, we have problems here. But the state that this country is in is such a sad state, to see the extreme decisions that Haitian people make and expose themselves to. What was sad about our conversation, when I asked him, how did he end up to Mexico? And because he mentioned Chile, he said he lived in Chile to begin with, but his experience in Chile, he said that they were racist there and looked down on there. And even though some people could deal with it, not all of them. And because he couldn't deal with it and saw the whole migration movement starting, he just said, why not take a chance and jump on the bandwagon? And he left also. Somehow part of the ride was in a car. But he told me, when you reach Colombia to cross, he says you have to walk. This walk can take 2 days. It could take anywhere 2 to 6 days walking by foot. Some spend 10 to 15 days in there because they left Chile sick. And he also mentioned many don't make it out. They die in there. And I asked him, do you guys have food? What is the experience like going in and out? I mean, going through that walk, going through that desert. And he says basically like everybody shares with one another. As they catch up to another group, then whatever the other group have, they will share it. Whatever another group have, they will share it. Somebody can't, stay with you or carry you, but if they have something that could save your life, then they just share it with each other. It's just a sad, really, really sad situation.
Yeah, that's that gap. That's that gap. I forget what they call it, but that's about a 30-mile gap from going into Panama from Colombia. Because if the road ends, that Pan American Highway ends, in the southern part of Panama, which goes all the way up through Central America and Mexico. But there's an area where they never developed the road to connect it from Colombia to Panama. That's all jungle, and it's, from my understanding, it's controlled by gangs, in that area. So you have to know somebody, in a gang or a cartel or somebody to get you through that area, and you obviously you have to pay a lot of money.
Wow. Today, while going through YouTube, not to get off subject, while we're on this. So, guys, please share the live. Please share the live as you come in. Partagez live là, moun mwen yo. Pabliye pou bay video sa on like. I want to play this video because I'm being told that we may or may not bring this to fruition or whatever as a show, but I want to play something and maybe see what's your point of view on it as I play it. Okay, so guys, please share this live, guys. Let me.
Hey family, make sure you join us on the new and improved AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Now, it is our uncensored and raw truth website. We have to make sure to have our own website because on social media platforms, they do have rules, and at any time, shut a whole genre down. Now, that would not happen to us. .org. We can speak the truth. We don't have to hold back. So make sure you join our website today. Well, there are some, brothers and sisters in the Bahamas that's speaking out about illegal immigration. And, that conversation of illegal immigration, is always focused on, here in America. And, y'all, wrong for talking about illegal immigration, especially in our Black community. And we talk about, hey, illegal immigration isn't good no matter where people come from. It isn't good. You need to come through the country the legal way, the right way. We talk about the resources going to people who aren't citizens of this country and say, oh, that's so divisive. Y'all wrong for that. Well, I want you to hear how our brothers and sisters in the Bahamas feel about illegal immigration with Haitians. Let's roll it.
Public outcry on the Haitian ambassador's comments continue to mount even on social media. Immigration Department officials continue to spread the message that if you are not legally living or working here in the Bahamas, you must return to your homeland.
In our country, we are doing them a favor, right? And by doing them a favor, they're supposed to humble.
They need to go back where they're from, and they're too biggity.
The Haitians have their country, the Bahamians have their country, and it is our country, and we could decide how we want to run our affair.
Take a little bit too long. From they burn the Bahamian flag, they're supposed to be deported out here.
How our government could give them privilege to have Flag Day in the Bahamas? On top of that, they've actually disfigured our flag by burning it. They also had parades for their various leaders in the Bahamas.
When most of them come here, they've already gotten everything free. I mean, and some of them are they owned restaurants and fruit stands and all of this stuff. Why not have them pay their own ticket back?
When you come into this country legal, then you have your children, they born here illegal. You understand? It becomes now a burden on the country that they exist in.
Additionally, there are many Bahamians who feel that governments of the day took far too long to deal with this immigration problem, which has enabled illegal migrants to feel that they are more than equal in this country.
Now, is that conversation that you heard divisive? Is that wrong? I support my Bahamian brothers and sisters feeling that way. Because you know what? You have to come in the country the right way. You have to respect the Bahamas and the people You coming in and getting advantages that the citizens is not even getting. Then you disrespecting the Bahamas flag and all of that. The people have a right to say that. Listen, you heard what they said. We made a way for them to come there. Then when you come there, you thinking you better can do whatever hell you want to do. It's the exact same conversation that Black Americans have about Black immigrants that come in with those attitudes. Not all have those attitudes. But we're talking about those who do come in here with these attitudes, trying to run off at the mouth, talking about you guys have no culture. That is the dumbest statement I ever heard. When people mention Black culture or the culture throughout the world, on default, it's Black American culture. It's not yours. Whoever says that, it's ours. Period. We can point to many people and say, where's your equivalent to a LeBron James? Where is that at? Where's your equivalent to a Kanye West? Where's your equivalent of just many people? Michael Jackson. Where's your equivalent of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X? You can mention so many different people, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Where's your equivalent of those people that people know throughout the whole world? Y'all would be silly to let people even offend you by telling you don't have a culture. No, we have the culture. That's what we have. The culture of the world. Period. Matter of fact, your cultures are copying ours. Where you think a lot of the different genres of music come from, even different parts of the world. Do you know in the African continent, they doing drill music? Where do you think they get that from? You listen to they can get mad when I'm about to say, even if you listen to Afro beats, you can literally hear the influences of American music in Afro beats. You can hear it. And that's fine. I'm not tripping on that. I'm not tripping on any of that. I think Black people being diverse is the most beautiful thing ever. But when y'all come here or even go to the Bahamas, come in the right way. And then when you come in, don't come here being disrespectful and saying you're better and you're this and you're that. Oh, I'm successful. What you mean you successful? Because you got a job working for the white man? You successful? You got a white?
So, were you paying attention?
Yeah, I was watching. It's about resources. It really is. I mean, it's about who's got the resources. The more resources are available, the less interfighting you're going to have. When there's limited resources, that's when all the friction and all those type of conversations come about. We've seen this before. This is a rerun of a different country, same situation. Like I said, you said it earlier, and he said it. Columbus, they're helping, they're assisting the Haitians that are here. Because there's a lot of resources here in Columbus. For opportunities for work, to raise a family and everything else. I'm not saying it's the end all of everything, but there's a better opportunity, a better life here than there would be in another country, whether it be the Bahamas or Dominican Republic or somewhere else. So, but one thing is in common is that the Bahamas and Dominican Republic don't have the resources like they do here. So that I think that's really the heart of it.
The only thing I disagreed with myself is when he mentioned that as far as culture, that we do not have greats as far as Martin Luther King. And no one could ever take anything away from Martin Luther King. But let's not forget, if it wasn't for guys like Toussaint Louverture, Henri Christophe, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, si c'est pas pour nèg sa yo, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Toussaint Louverture, Henri Christophe, patap jam gen Martin Luther King qui existait. There would not have ever been Martin Luther King existing because they led and opened the way for Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and stuff like that. One of the things that's true, guys, everywhere we go, there's issues with the Haitian people, or not just the Haitian people. As you could see in the Bahamas, they clearly express their dislikes with Haitians. And as you say, it could very well be resources, whatever it is. I think it's time that our people here, the leaders in Haiti, start stepping up and start doing their job so that the Haitian people can get a break, because it doesn't matter where Haitians go, it seems to be an issue. And one of the things that I do not dispute is that other countries, other nations, they have a right to defend their culture. They have a right to stand up for their people. They have a right to say, this is our country and we want to have our country for us. You know, the Haitian people, I'm glad that many of us, our eyes are opening. But the main thing is, it's because of our leaders that have put the Haitian people in such situations where around the world, so many different nations are standing up the way that they are, because the mass migration could very well be a burden on their system. Am I saying it correct?
I guess, I mean, I'm listening, but I'm not.
Okay. Go to
again, I think you're talking about resources. I mean, you know, the burden and all that. You know, again, you know, the Bahamas. You know, Bahamas are kind of conservative, anyways. I personally know somebody, you know, as Bahamian descent that lives over in Florida, and you know, and this person, I've talked to this person for a very long time, and they're a little bit more conservative to start with. But again, you know, they have limited resources as well. They're, you know, maybe they have more resources than the Dominican Republic, but nevertheless, they're just, you know, they have limited. I mean, but, you know, the reality of it is the countries that speak English are going to be a lot more likely to have more resources. And in the Caribbean, the ones I'm coming off with right offhand is the Bahamas, Cayman Islands, Jamaica. Jamaica may not have as many resources like the Bahamas, but they're in a better place because because you know, there's people from the States. They have a plug because we all speak the same language, maybe a different dialect, but we're still speaking English. And this is kind of like the curse that's been hovering. It's not the people. It's because there's a language barrier. I think that's a lot of it, because if they could speak some English or Spanish, they could get a plug or be able to be more likely to work with them to find them employment, housing, you know, to tap into those resources to assist them to get them on their way. And I think that's where some of it comes into play at.
Let's go into the audience a little bit. Freda, Denia Stewart, Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey, Freda, Denia Stewart. Let me give a shout out to Unanimous. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat, $49.99. Thank you so much for joining me live and for blessing tonight with the $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Denia Stewart says, hi, Marie. Hello, Denia. How's it going? Silver Fox, Judah, Salut Marie. Freda says scammers. And I'm guessing that that's in reference to the guys that was renting the place to the Haitian person. Has anyone talked to HUD? The thing is, do they even know, you know, like about HUD? On est haïtien nou ye. Et ça fait di li bon le nou gen un show kon sa, ou kompren? Paske et nous même qui nan pays a qui connaît des séries de bagailles, ki ka montre yo, ou kompren pa kwe si moun nan fek entre nan peyi ya li konan yen de HUD. Eske nou kompren? God bless you, Marie. Thank you, my sister. I received that. Thank you. Jahala says, is there any links or resources to donate to those brothers and sisters in Ohio? No, I do not have a link. We just was able to go there today and actually speak with someone and get a phone number. But as I find out more, I will share it with you all, guys. I will share it with you all. My hope is that the Haitians that travel to the U.S. today will learn a skill and not forget about Haiti, guys, and come back, because things cannot remain this way forever, and come back, if not to stay, but to come back and continue to invest in Haiti, just as many of you guys continue to do on the daily. So if you would like a phone number to speak to somebody that's in the area, as you all heard, I asked for permission. I could share a phone number, but do you have any phone number for, that we could share? Did you get anything, Stallion?
I didn't get any information from him, because of course we have a language barrier. He doesn't speak English. I know there might be somebody there that might or knows some English, but it's a matter of just, getting in touch with him, and maybe he could get in touch with somebody else. And then, then at that point I could maybe assist on some links to assist them. That's the only way it's going to be done here.
Gitchy Dan says, listen, here's the game. They paying somebody who does not own that home. People get abandoned houses, utilities turned on, and put them up for rent because the owner is out of state. Wow, bold. Geechee Dan says they run this scam in Detroit all the time. Plus, they paying way too much. That I agree. They're paying entirely too much. Laverne Stark says, good evening, Marie. Good evening. How's it going? Caroline Newton says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Please share, guys, as you come in. Please share. For those that are just coming in, if you've yet to give this live a like, don't forget to please give the live a like. Haitians in Jamaica gonna go through it like Bahamas in Dominican Republic. I don't know. It's like you don't want to use race, because Jamaica is a black nation. Bahamas is a black nation. I don't know. Gitchy says, listen, they're giving the Hispanic illegals in New York free hotel rooms, free meals, work IDs, free scooters. I bet they not giving the Haitians. That's the problem. A lot of the times I wreck my brains trying to figure out why is it when it's a Haitian is different. You don't hear about mass migration with Jamaicans, and it all falls back, guys, to our leaders. There's no excuse. It's the things that's happening within our country. While I was in Dominican Republic, I met a young lady from Jamaica. She was there having fun, enjoying herself without any problems. We don't hear much about other islanders having issues. And matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she shared she didn't even need a visa to go to Dominican Republic from Jamaica. She could just go to Dominican Republic. Wow. And thank you again for the $50 super chat. Geechee Dan says, if it was not for the Haitians, America would be half its size. The Haitians made the French sell half the country to America because they went broke trying to fight the Haitians. While all the other illegals get a bunch of free, but they always find a way to not help against the Haitians at all. Look at the law they made in Florida specifically to mess over the Haitians. Dry foot, wet foot, where they let the Cubans reach land, but went out in the water to stop the Haitians from reaching land. And one of the things too, once a Cuban make it, Cubans will not be deported, as of right now. And that's something that I know for a fact. Like Cubans that should have been deported a long time ago have not been deported. So any last words, Stallion, before I let you go? Any last words?
No, I think we just need to pursue this, and you have his phone number. So my suggestion would be to get in touch with him and then see if we could either get him on the live or he could give us some connections and I could, go down there and speak with the person. Or, if you even ask him, is there anybody there in the group that he knows that might know how to speak some English? And obviously I can directly, communicate with him directly and set something up. Or at least
have any, excuse me, do you have any Africans there that speak French?
No, there's one person I know, but I haven't seen him in a while. He's from Senegal. I haven't seen him in a while. That's the only French person. The only person I know how to speak French. All the ones I know, they're Guyanians and Nigerians. So, they speak English.
More people in Haiti needs to, start learning how to speak English. If Haitians would learn to speak English, I think I know that will open a whole, different horizon to our people, because the young ones that speak English, they do pretty good when they find a job.
Right. Well, let me just say this too, and this is what I've been saying from day one. It's the language barrier. It's what's going to stop from them to move forward. I mean, in my opinion, if you go to New York, and I was talking to another YouTuber, and he was telling me basically some of the Venezuelans and stuff, they're working for other companies there. They're doing it under the table, the ones that don't have the work permit, but they're able to make money in New York City because there's a lot of Latinos that have small businesses there, and they could work under the table to make money, and they can communicate in Spanish. I mean, that's kind of where the starting point is. If they didn't know how to speak anything other than Creole and French, if there was businesses here that the owners or somebody that worked in there, like a supervisor, somebody could, hire them, above table, below the table, on the side of the table, whatever it may be, that would at least be a start of bringing in money to sustain themselves.
Well, I know that there are a lot of Haitian businesses in different parts of the states. Now, Columbus, Ohio may not be a state that, we know it's not a state with a huge Haitian community. I believe you share some information. Your city have the most Haitians, which is about not even 1,000 Haitian people that they have recorded.
Yeah, I think that's a little out of date. There's probably more than that. I'd say double, if I had to call it. But yeah, it's a very small group. I mean, the whole Caribbean. I mean, there just isn't, again, you start, if you bring all the islands in, I mean, there's just not that many people here, period. There was a woman I used to work with my part-time job. She was from the U.S. Virgin Islands, I think. I mean, there's just, there just isn't many people from the Caribbean here, period. This is not, it's really for immigrants. To be honest with you, I'd say it's the various African countries. That's what we have here.
Well, thank you so much. It was good to have you, and I look forward to bringing updates, and we'll keep an eye on what's happening with this situation.
Hey, sounds like winter to me.
Till next time.
All right, bye.
Geechee, hold on a second. It's different. It's different. The powers that be ate Haiti. Remember, all the white countries immediately put sanctions on Haiti soon as they defeated the French. The sanctions were on Haiti for over 200 years. I think like some facts speaks for itself, but then I don't want to continue to blame certain things that happen to us, which I'm not taking any of that away. It's all true. But at some point, we have to start using what happened to us in Haiti as a strength, as a tool to overcome that instead of us staying in that rut. Because too many Haitian people continue to suffer. And what we're seeing today is the suffering is just not in one area in Haiti, it's all over Haiti. You have almost every side of Haiti have something that's happening. And we're hearing about what's happening right next door. You hear about what's happening with Chile. It's so much that today I'm like, hold up, you know, if it's a problem everywhere, you want to start taking time out and take that time out to look into yourself, to look into us. Then what is happening? What role do I play in what's happening? Because it's the same thing in life. If everywhere I go, I'm going to speak for myself, everyone have that same complaint about me. Everywhere I go, it is the same problems about me. Then I have to start looking into myself. And what I mean by that is it's time for the ones that lead the Haitian people to look into themselves. The whole issue is the Haitian people have been suffering for a very long time. And to think that with our history, we set the way for others, for other Black nations to be able to have the freedom in which they have today. And I know that, you know, African Diaspora, he's a huge YouTuber, and, you know, I really follow him. So I like a lot of his work and things that he does. But then again, you can have him to make certain indirect comments and compare Haitian history to, let's say, a superstar or an NBA star, when in reality, had it not been for our peoples, our ancestors that stood up and fought for the freedom in which we have today, to be able to even be a part of a league, to be able to be an artist. And even then, when you were an artist, it took a fight for artists to be able to get paid what they are worth today, right? And some people would even say, you know, a lot is overpaid. It's like, it is because we have history solely under what they left for us, because we failed them by not continuing it. And that is what we are seeing, that it's mass migration. The level of insecurity in our country have led people, like, my heart, guys, I have to be myself. I always say, be me. I don't want to be anyone else. Everyone else is taken. There's only one you. There's only one me. And speaking to this guy, I've never met him, don't know anything about him, but just hearing that this man walked 2 to 6 days without, you know, some people, you know, you take a 14-hour drive or something, you know, you stop at a rest place, you know, get you a shower, you lay down, you sleep. Who knows how long they stayed in the car? Then to walk that long, and in the process of the walk, you like out in the desert, people getting sick. I've watched this on the news, but I never had the opportunity to actually speak to someone that experienced that walk. And it's just really, really sad. And we don't have to, you know, I told somebody, I don't want to be mad at Chile. I don't want to be upset at my neighbors. I don't want to be upset with Jamaicans and Bahamians or other. It's time, guys. It's us. The problem lies right here because your own hates you even more. Don't nobody mistreat Haitians more than Haitians. No one can come into Haiti and do what they want to do. Absolutely not. If you're in your house right now, can someone just come in there and just start taking over and telling you what they gonna do or what's going to happen in your own house? No. We have continued to make deals with people that because of that instant gratification, that power, whatever, we was okay with destroying a whole nation. And that is what's happening. To today is happening. I hear it's a lot that's happening with even Haitians in the Bahamas. And no matter what we hear that's happening, we don't hear anybody that's standing up. And it's all people like us. It's people that's using their platform, that's making their voice heard, that's using their positions, titles, that have a big following to get the awareness out. But we're not hearing the people that is responsible for this nation saying something for the Haitian people. I don't know. Let's go. The problem is the Haitians are going to be targeted by law enforcement. So they can't just do illegal work and get away with it like the rest of them. Well, get you, Dan. I understand exactly what you're saying, right? Haitians are treated unfairly, but we're not here to promote wrong either. I played that video to get you out, because sometimes when things are happening, guys, you got to put yourself in that predicament. So maybe if I was a Bahamian, and I would probably feel as if I'm struggling and can't get this type of resource, I don't know. And maybe I would not. Naturally, probably I may not. But God created us all equally and differently. And that is their country. They have a right to defend their country. That is why I use this platform lately to stand up for Haiti, because Haiti it belongs to Haitian people, and it should be directed by the Haitian people. And we feel that, hey, if you're telling us what to do, if we can't go to your country and disrespect your country, and we get mistreated there, and now we can't even do what we want to do in our country. So you like, enough is enough. And that is why I've been so big on being an avid supporter of the canal, because that it's in Haiti. We have every right to stand up for Haiti and the Haitian people. They have a right to stand up for their country. And it should be human like. But that doesn't mean because I feel that or you feel that that's what is right, because it's still an opinion. I do agree that for Haitians that is going to travel, do your best to travel legal. I wouldn't just up and leave Haiti illegally. But then that's just me. Everybody's not like that. But if you enter, I know if I enter the Bahamas illegally, then there I could face consequences for going in illegally. There's a possibility if I go to the Dominican Republic and I'm hearing everything that's happening around the world, that I could very well become a victim myself, because I know that they do not want illegal immigrants in their country. So even if they probably welcome others, if they don't welcome you, who cares how they are with others? Because you should be putting your safety first as a Haitian person. Haitian needs to open more businesses. I agree. But the Haitian population is getting bigger, and more Haitian Americans are being birthed. And you could see this is a generation of successful Haitian Americans that are in the States. There's probably a lot more Haitian businesses than what we probably know. But yeah, I do agree. And I think you may not see as many Haitian business simply because of the language barrier. A lot of Haitians, when migrated, example, my parents, they couldn't just up and open a business because of the language barrier. So they had to work to earn a living. And, those that went to school or that already had some English, it probably was easier for them to adjust in the system. But I do think one of the reasons why we don't have more businesses is the language barrier. Gichi Dan says, listen, all Haitians need to understand the powers that do not like them, so they have to work together. The work together should start at home, Gichi Dan. Si nap travay ansam nan se la ka ou pou l'komanse. Si an dan ka ou gen division, se la tou ki ap gen gros problem. C'est ça qui est vraiment triste. C'est parce que en dan kayou, est-ce qu'on connaît un voisin ou yo toute journée yo même yo a bataille avec yon ak l'autre. Et puis kounya ou demain si Dieu veut voisin ça vinn frapper n'importe où, ou ti jan ekete. Parce que normalement, là nous c'est moun, nous a jugé moun avec je ça nous ouais. Est-ce que vous comprenez? Gen vraiment pourcentage qui petit qui a juste ouvert qu'elle pour pour qui est souillé que pour pas juger. Et ça ouais. Gen that's what I see, guys. And with a lot of the things that's happening in our country, I don't know, I'm not going to even go there, but it goes back to our leaders, guys. They have to do better. They have to do a better job representing the Haitian people. Ernest Seal says, Marie, can you try to get a Haitian leader in the lives? I would never. I would never. Because as of right now, I mean, I'm not being funny, Mr. Seal, but who can we consider a leader? It's like everybody just have a title. Who can we consider a leader? Yeah, you have prominent people in the country. You have potential leaders, but who? We have no senators. We have no parliament. We have no president. Haiti is just like right now, we're just open. That's the truth. I mean, and it to me is like once someone had a title, respectably, you give it to them. But if you're not that, you can't still represent yourself as that. So for me, no. Geechee Dan says Haitians have problems everywhere they go because they were the only slaves in the world who overthrew their masters and took over. They will never forgive Haitians for that. G-Man Low, how's it going, G-Man? Brazil is the only place that if you Haitian, you get your legal documents right away. Why don't more Haitians travel to Brazil? Por que essa police Haitian parle Brazil? Gilo, if you still on the live, is it difficult for Haitians to get to Brazil? What is the process for Haitians to get to Brazil? Look what the gangs doing to the poor. Yeah. Geechee Dan says Haitians need to understand that they have no friends, and America definitely is not your friend. Look what America did to. Yeah, we bring awareness here, but we need people in power, guys. So it's the same thing with life in Haiti. Let's say for example, right? You have somebody that's young, vibrant, full of passion, ready to do the work. But do you think that people like myself are embraced easily? No. Automatically, I feel that in their mind you a threat, that you looking for some type of position. Me personally, I don't. The position I want is that when I leave this earth, I've made a difference. That's the main thing that I've always focused on since I think the day that I really picked up my head and realized you're in Haiti and this is what it is. And I get up, stop crying, stop this, and deal with it. It's not about having a title. It's not about, they're not going to embrace you. They're not all of them. Not all of them. Right now, is it right now it is due to the situation in Haiti. Right now it's due to the situation that's happening in Haiti. But what is the process to get into Brazil? What is the process? So if you would like G-Man to stop by, maybe you can help a person out, that wants to get out of the situation. What is the process for a Haitian? And is it really expensive for them to get to Brazil? Do you need a visa to get to Brazil from Haiti? Or do you just do the same thing from Haiti to Nicaragua? You just buy a ticket? What is the process like? ISO Gene says Haiti has no leaders, only people bought and paid for by Americans. It is what it is, guys. So I just want to thank you all so much tonight. G-Man, you can hit me up and I'll share some more information. But I just want to tell you guys, thank you all. It was good to be able to get an update on what's happening there. We are Haitians, guys, and Haiti is our country. Yes, you do need a visa. Okay. All right. We will talk and I'll share more information, G-Man Low. Haiti is our country, guys, and as we could see, we have a lot of powers that are against the Haitian people. And I mean daily Haitian people, everyday Haitian people. So you need to be really, really careful as a Haitian person, especially when traveling. Do your best to not do too much, too. To look and see how other cultures do things and be respectful as you come into other cultures. To make sure, guys, it's like you in search of life. So you want to be there without making much noise, without even just being there, guys. Because I'm telling you, it's starting to be sick how everywhere it's like everywhere you hear, there's a issue with, the Haitian people, the Haitian people, the Haitian people, the Haitian people. So we have to start. And I'm not saying it's okay for Haitians to be abused. I'm not saying it's okay for us to face some of the horrible things in which you've heard that we face in some places. But it is our responsibility to do what's right, because on a daily, guys, my heart bleeds for the Haitian people. And I am so happy that I had the chance and opportunity to be raised in the States, to go to school in the States, to finish school in the States, and have had the experience in the States. So today I can have a different perspective. I can see things differently because I could see why a lot of people want to leave out of here and, search to find life elsewhere. I remember sharing with you guys, according to man's standard, if, life is what it is, then that means the average Haitian person have never lived. Guys, thank you all so much. I'm about to let you all go. Thank you. If you've yet to hit the like button, guys, please hit the like button. Until next time, I'll see you guys Sunday, 6:30, guys. We wish the Haitian people well. That's right. Geechee Dan. You guys take care. Till next time, be kind to one another. Tell somebody you love them, guys. If you have Haitians in your community, please be kind, as I always say, because they're solely in search of life, escaping situations that not many can live through. And I know it's things happening all over the world, so I'm only speaking for what I do know in reference to the Haitian people. So guys, take care. Till next time, guys.